She called the police over here. I'm pressing charges against this employee. Give me a few.
You don't have to tell me what.
Give me a few minutes. Let me finish filing my FOIA request. My man, on your body cam, I simply asked her to guide me to these records where I have a right to see them. She was confused. She told me she doesn't know what I'm talking about. She started shuffling and throwing my papers around, telling me I don't have the right to record in our tax assessor's office. In a FOIA, especially accountability and transparency. She threatened me with police. She's very nasty and hostile. I like to press charges for breach of peace.
You can't do anything you want to do over there. Let's just try to get this and out.
Right. Here's what I'm here for, my man. Check it out. I'm pressing charges on this, whoever that is. This is what I'm here for.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's all. As long as you convey to the young lady, you honor your oath that members of the public do have a right to record in here. There's no statute on that sign.
No, there's case law on it that protects us.
No, there's the United States Constitution.
Please have him turn the video off.
No.
We have a legal basis.
Wait a minute. If I had him turn the video off, he could sue me too. Because I can't make him do it over there at the Daily Center unless he films inside a courtroom. In a courtroom only.
Look at these people
He's got the
here.
right to videotape.
Indicate that if it's sensitive information, so social security information.
But he's
that's
right
the
at your
right
counter.
to
He's
limit
not behind
recording.
there. If he
And
was
so we
behind
have
there,
a
filming
policy.
behind there, I would do something.
My man.
But he is right here.
My man, that's what I like. You're honoring your oath today.
No, I just know what
Against
right what the law is.
Right, that is the law.
And I don't want to violate your law, and then I'm going to get
appreciate
sued.
that. I
I'll be in
appreciate
federal
that.
court.
I'm a professional. I'm always calm. She defamed me. She lied about me. I'm pressing charges for
I
a
know
breach
it.
of peace.
I don't want to hear all that. Just try to get this done.
So we provided what needs.
No,
to be
I have
provided.
additional records that you're failing to view. Instead, you're trying to intimidate me with sheriffs. She did not look at what it is. Yeah. Okay, here's the FOIA officer, sir. These records are what I need to see as of right now.
You can
Copies.
put that in written request and we'll respond to it in time.
It doesn't require a request, though.
You need to put it in a request for us to
I'll put it in a
respond to.
request, all right. So here's section 4 does not require a request. Each public body shall prominently display at each of its administrative or regional offices, make available for inspection and copy, and send through the mail each of the following. A brief description of itself. We are the tax assessors of Cook County.
I believe that's on the website.
No, it's required
It's on
to,
our website.
it's required to be at the
Okay,
public body as well. So since it does say make available, I'll wait here momentarily while you make those available.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not, all
We're not
right.
gonna be able to do that today. We can do it if there's something.
That means it's a refusal. I'll go ahead and file my FOIA here. Give me a few minutes and I'll be all set. I'll mark off that you guys don't have these records prominently displayed. You guys are, folks are also refusing to make them available as well.
You can write whatever
You guys
want.
just understood now that members of the public do have a right to record in here. There's no statutes on that. You could put up a sign up there and say anything.
Let's move this along.
All right. Could you tell me what this employee's name so I could properly submit my FOIA request? I'm verbally telling you that I'm requesting her personnel file, signed and dated oath of office, and any records having her bar association number on it.
You can put that down in
You can
writing.
put that in your.
What is your
records.
name?
My name's Christina Lynch.
Christina Lynch.
Mhm.
Okay. So now I need an additional form for that one, because I'll put it in a separate page.
Okay,
Yeah, if I could have another additional one.
sure. Let's work on that one.
Alrighty. These employees here are belligerent, combative, defamatory statements. They just lost my public trust, Christina Lynch.
Okay. All right, that's all I'm making sure.
You know, maybe over 100,000 people are going to see your conduct.
We do this all the time with him at the Daily.
We do maintain sensitive information that's confidential.
But he's not doing that. He's not going behind the counter. He's right there.
But we also have the right to say we don't want people coming to our staff, especially.
That's where I think you're wrong at. Federal law doesn't say that.
Thank you, Sheriff, for honoring your oath today. God bless you. Against these tyrants.
I know, he could stand there right at the Daily Center and film me all day, as long as he's not filming any citizens. No, it's not acceptable to me, it's the law. Okay, I guess you know better than me then.
And let's be real about this. It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age in the United States. It's totally crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's nuts, man. You know, this idea that people should be able to enjoy the later years of their life without having to fucking work, that's absurd. Grandma, you want to stay home and bake cookies? You want to bake an apple pie for your grandkids? That. Get in the fucking factory, bitch. If we were a reasonable and rational country, we would have taken this dude and said, all right, for your stupidity, you will now work the rest of your life in the mines. We would have tossed him in the fucking mines, and we would have fucking given him a pickaxe and said, your job is to hammer rocks into smaller rocks from now until the day you die. That would be the punishment for being Ben Shapiro, okay? But instead, we've decided to somehow hold this guy up as some sort of, like, vaunted intellectual on the right.
If that were the case, Joe Biden should not be running for president. Hey, Joe Biden is 81 years old. The retirement age in the United States.
Doing illegal activity. He did not like it. He did not like it. She had no top on. She took it off. She had no top on. She put it back on. What's your name, officer?
We don't need to tell you that.
What is it?
Detective Ingstrom, sir.
What is it?
I told you twice, sir.
How do you spell it?
Engstrom.
Thank you. A female was in there exposing herself, I believe.
Okay, well, we're going to check on that.
Okay? I observed her. I did not see a breast or anything. I'm far away.
Okay.
She was doing this. So, if I was in the corner doing something like this, or let's say like this, you would think I'm urinating.
子供の実勢を高めて志望校合格を叶えたい。
Something I don't need.
I hope you're not as confused as I am, but what happened here? He saw a breast. He didn't see a breast. He may have seen a breast. It looked like a breast. And then he looked like he was peeing. Does that sum it up?
If I was in the corner doing something like this, or let's say like this, you would think I'm urinating. Well, behind like this in the bar district, she was back to the wall, right? And he was filming, and it was in a kind of a private area. And I walked by this way on the sidewalk in the park, and I observed her doing this. Okay? And they're doing adult photography. I did not see
72 or 77?
Okay, she was doing this. After he started whining and stuff, I observed him have a cover-up, right? He had a cover-up, and he covered her like this, and I observed her put another clothing item on, underneath her jacket. Okay, that's what I observed.
So why would somebody call in and say that you're taking pictures of her video, and she asked you to stop, but you started laughing at her?
I don't know what you're talking about, officer. There was doing adult video.
Stay over there, because you're making me nervous. I'm going to put you in handcuffs, and I'm going to put you in the back of my car.
Sorry.
You're not free to go. You're being detained right now. It's simple as that.
So is it illegal?
Stop.
It's
yes, it is.
illegal.
It's on private property. If
Sir, they were doing adult videoing.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you videotaping a female on private property, on city property. She asked you to stop, and you continue to do it. Now you're telling me some female would call the police department, don't talk, and make stuff up.
Yeah, it could happen.
She starts deliberately undressing. Come on, in front of her window.
I don't really know what happened in that situation. I mean, the frauditors lie so much you can't believe them.
You expect me to believe that the captain of the basketball team would faint at the sight of a mere frog?
It wasn't just a frog, it was a dead frog. She wanted me to cut the thing open. She hates me.
Miss Webster is one of the finest, most dedicated teachers in this school. She wants you to get the best education possible, if that's possible. Now get this, Tuperillo, even if it means giving up all extracurricular activities.
I'll do anything as long as I can play basketball.
I was talking about basketball!
I can't give up playing. We're going to the state championships.
Fail your biology exam, and the team will have to win without you. Miss Webster's recommended that you not be allowed to play basketball unless you get a passing grade on her biology exam, and I'm backing her up on that 100%! Get the hell out of here!
That he's gay.
Ask how he identifies.
How do you identify?
Actually, I identify as.
Oh, here we go. It's that long plethora of, oh my God.
Wait for it.
I will. Let me get a chair.
So true. It's so true.
So go ahead, support your statements. If you can't, you're a fool.
Sorry to tell you this, but it's just a simple fact. When you go to the bathroom, you have to go poop. No other man should have to listen to another man crackle and pop as they take a shit in a toilet. Nobody should have to listen to another man crackle and pop as they take a shit. And we both laugh for the first time that we've been in there. We both laugh and say that is the most honest thing I've ever heard. And I say it's a pet peeve of mine when I go into these restaurants.
Okay, Chilli is in jail, and he talks about in ad nauseum about his roommate in the jail taking a shit. And he talks like 30 minutes about how this guy took a shit and how it sounded and the smell. And listening to him for 30 minutes talk about this other guy taking a shit and smelling his butthole and all that. I mean, it's like he's writing a romance novel. A lot of YouTube videos have been taken down addressing this very same topic of Chilli, who went to jail, rightfully so. He only got 180 days, which means he'll probably be out within 60, if not less. Yeah, rightfully so. He deserved it. I mean, he deserved a lot more, but a lot of people were speculating. You think the guy might turn gay while he's in jail, might engage. I used to work in a jail. I'm a former Leo. He's already been there, guys. It's not like he's going to turn that way. He's been that way. He is that way. Now, I know today, and in this day and age, political correctness and everything, but back in the day, Chilli is what people referred to as a faggot. Okay? That's kind of an old school name for him. But for those of you who are wondering, is he going to go that way? Is that going to happen to him? Is he going to have, manly love in the jail? It's going to be consensual. He's already there. All right? He's there.
Really aggravated, so I jump out and go, shut up! I don't want you talking about your weenies when I'm trying to eat a bratwurst!
It's the crime, because according to my knowledge of history, the enemies of Israel who have been persecuted, the Israelis, the Jewish people of this world have been persecuted for 5,000 years. But for the last 2,000 years, most of the persecution has come from white, European-centric Christians. That's been your enemy. No Palestinian helped to build Auschwitz. No Palestinian stood on the docks of New York City when boatloads of Jewish refugees trying to escape the Holocaust came here to be protected by this country and were turned away at the docks in New York and sent back to Germany to die. No Palestinian did that. No Palestinian ran the Spanish Inquisition. Your enemy is not the Palestinian people. It is white, Christian, European people who have been slaughtering Jews for the last 2,000 years.
Actually, the Palestinians are also the enemy of the Jews. Michael Moore's made some very valid points. Now, he says that the Palestinians are not the enemy. Actually, they are. But that does not negate everything else that Michael Moore said about the Christians being the enemies of the Jews. They are. Jews are hated. They've been hated, well, I guess since forever. And that's just the way it is. And they're probably not the only ones, but I identify, with the Jews because I'm Jewish. Okay? So naturally I'm going to be concerned about that. But yeah, he's made some very valid points. However, he said the Palestinians are not the enemy. Yeah, they are too, actually. So, but not a big deal. But he's brought up some very valid points about the Christians that people just don't bring up. And I think it's noteworthy.